My Worship by Phil Thompson. I just have to gather myself after I hear that song because I can't. Lord, man, when he says, "I will not be silent. I will always worship you." That song just hits me in my chest so hard, and it's exactly how I feel about God, about not being silent, about making sure that I'm always worshiping God. And worship is not just a slow song on Sunday morning. Worship is a lifestyle. Worship is surrendering to God. Worship is extending yourself, being a tool for God to use in every area, remembering that He is always there and always with you, that He is an ever present God, that He doesn't take days off. And so that means I can't take days off. And so even in my leisure, and I remember that I'm a worshiper, and even in my work and the different things I do, I remember that I always represent Christ. You know, God, He's so worthy of all the glory. He's so worthy of all the honor. There's been so many days and times in my life where I could have justifiably taken a day off, a moment off, like, craziness and chaos happening everywhere, and businesses falling, and employees and family members and stuff going on. And I always take a moment and I literally give a moment to God. I will turn on worship music and ask for God's presence, His hand, His help, His strength, His strong arm in every situation. Because He does have a strong arm that no problem can penetrate, no enemy, no devil in hell can penetrate. And I want us always to remember that, to remember that we have a responsibility to represent Him. We were created for His glory. We were created for worship. Jesus, I know people say Jesus died on the cross for our sins. He did, but He died on the cross for our value. He died on the cross because He knew that there was more to us than just our sin. So you should know that there's more to you than your sin, than your issues, than your pain, whatever you've done, whatever you experienced. And when you realize that and understand that, you spend more time saying thank you. And you spend more time wanting to be in the face of God, not asking Him for anything, not for His hand, but His face. I say face intentionally, in the face of God, where He can speak to you and refresh you and recharge you. And that's what worship does for me. That's why I love that song so much. I know my kids and my husband get tired of me turning it up loud, having it on blast in the house, but it just brings me so much peace. It kind of settles me in the face of all that's going on, and everything is not chaos. Everybody's not down and out. Some people are up and out. You fine. You just need more Jesus. And you just need more time with Him, and you need to feel assured in His presence. You need to feel the peace that comes from His presence. It is hard to be full of fear and worship at the same time. It is hard to be in the face of God and worry about your tomorrows. Because if God is a present help right now, I don't have to worry about 2 to 3 days from now, a week from now, 5 years from now. I trust God. My plans are in His hands. My life is in His hands. My issues are in His hands. My family, my marriage, my relationship, my business. People ask me all the time, how do you do what you do? Because my life is not in my hands. It's in God's hands. And He never told me to trust me. He told me to trust Him. So I don't put my trust in my faith, even in myself and what I know and what I have and all that. Nope. It's all in God's hands. I trust Him. I rest in Him. I worship Him. I believe Him. I submit to Him. I say yes to Him. And I hope you do the same. All right. That is my faith walk for today.